Hello, hi, welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to another Ask Cilla. I would really appreciate you if you would please like the video, subscribe to my channel, and if you feel that way led, leave a comment. Let's have a dialogue, do you know what I mean? But let's get straight into the video. So today's question is, hey Cilla, my stepchild, who for the sake of the video we're gonna call Billy Bob. Billy Bob doesn't eat anything in my house. Billy Bob says he doesn't like X, Y, and Z. I don't want to cook separate meals just because Billy Bob does not like the meals that I cook. Am I a bad person? What do you think I should do? Okay, so I'm going to say right off the bat, I don't think you're a bad person. Picky eaters annoy everybody. You don't have to be a stepmom to feel this way. You just have to be somebody who provides for a child that is picky to feel this way. Doesn't make you bad, it makes you human. It's annoying. That's the first thing I'm going to say. Second to that, what I would say is if you have not tried to, like, as in ask Billy to eat the meals and he just straight off the bat said I will not, then by all means don't accommodate Billy, because Billy doesn't actually know if he does not like the meals that you're providing. Billy is just being picky, okay? And if Billy is really hungry, he's going to eat the meal that is provided before him. Now, if Billy has, in good faith, tried your meal and he said, no, actually, no, this is nasty, don't like it, is it fair to look upon a child who is used to eating certain foods or having meals cooked a particular way for the majority of his life and forevermore, and coming to your house the minority of his life and not liking it? Can we look upon him and say, no, I don't want to accommodate you? I think as long as it doesn't break the bank, as long as Billy's not saying that I eat all of my meals from Waitrose and you shop in little like me, I think it's okay to accommodate the child. Any child that you know you had that was in close proximity to you and that was hungry, you would feed them. And I think that this, in the grand scale of things, is quite small to fixate on. If you can accommodate Billy's eating preferences, then you absolutely should. If you can and you don't want to, then you need to examine why, okay? Because I honestly do think if you can accommodate Billy's eating preferences and you just don't want to, like you're digging your heels in and you're saying like, why should I have to? I think that this is beyond Billy and it's more a you problem. Maybe you're just pushing back on stepmotherhood altogether, or in certain aspects, because you don't feel heard or you don't feel valued in your efforts. There could be like an array of things, but I just don't think it's down to Billy Bob's preferences of eating. Okay, so that's one speculation. Obviously I can only answer the questions as it's coming to me because I can't probe for more information. The final thing is if for example you can't accommodate Billy's eating preferences, you got to get dad involved and you got to tell dad, you got to allow dad to explain to the child that you're going to be in spaces and places where they don't serve the food that you like sometimes, but you just have to eat it for sustenance, lest you die. Do you know what I mean? Obviously don't say it this way. I'm only talking this way for comic relief, but I'm saying you have to just explain to the child that it's only a few days or like a weekend. Bear with us, you know, eat the meals that have been provided for you and consider it as a thing of a need. And when you get back to everyday life, you're gonna be able to fulfill the wants, right? Sometimes you just gotta pull the kids into order. You gotta just tell kids what for. Do you know what I mean? Like, and every now and again, I can't speak. Every now and again, when it comes to children and blended families, you've got to reiterate that this life that you're living is not the everyday family paradigm. Like, you are being raised essentially in two different homes that will have different foods, different values, different routines. They use different products. Do you know what I mean? And I think as long as, you know, you don't make the child feel bad for not liking the food, or not the food not being that child's preference, because that should be allowed. I don't think that's a big deal. Like, you're allowed to like what you like and dislike what you dislike, but making sure that that child understands that this is the kind of food that we eat here and you will get used to it. I think it only in extreme cases where the child, like for example me, I don't like egg, and I don't like egg because it does something dangerous to me or anything like that. I don't like egg is because it makes my tongue itch, and certain fruits as well. It just irritates my tongue and sometimes my throat for a long time. And so I can only eat eggs as an ingredient, but not as something on my plate as a meal. And if it's a case like that, then I would say, honestly, don't make the child eat it. Like, you wouldn't want anyone to do that to your biological child. So it's not a thing. I don't think you should want a child to get used to the tingling sensation that irritates them because you don't want to accommodate them, or because you feel like they have to just learn to eat the things that you eat, right? If it's nothing like that and they simply just, like, they prefer basmati over long grain, you have to get used to the long grain when you're here. Do you know what I mean? Or it's like, or if it's a thing of, the food is too spicy here, I can't just hack it. There has to be a happy medium. It's like, okay, the food will still have spice in it, but it's not going to be to the way that we usually have it. Because in consideration of the fact that the child isn't there the majority of the time, and so the child should become accustomed to the way things are done in your house, you have to consider to yourself, again, the child's not going to be here the majority of the time. So on a weekend, is it so bad that you eat other meals that Billy Bob can enjoy? It's just not that bad, is it? Like, if you were a full-time step parent, you know, it wouldn't even be a thing, because that child will quickly get used to the way that you cook. But because that child is coming back and forth in short successions of time, how is he going to get used to it? Do you know what I mean? So I think it's okay to come to a compromise and accommodate if it doesn't break the bank, and if we're not talking about allergies and irritants, and if you're sure that this is not representative of a bigger, deeper problem. Okay, hope that makes sense, and I'll see you next time. If you have any questions that you want to ask me, get at me on my Instagram or send me an email, and I will endeavor to answer your questions. And so until then, I'll see you in the next video. I've arrived in Edmonton now. Peace out.